This diagram shows a main circuit breaker feeding multiple sub-distribution circuits. On paper, it represents perfect electrical logic, but this clean two-dimensional schematic ignores the chaotic environment where the system will actually live. It doesn't account for radiating heat or electromagnetic interference. In a real manufacturing plant, those lines of logic are exposed to constant vibration, extreme temperatures, and conductive dust. If the physical design of the control panel is flawed, a single phase-to-earth fault can instantly trigger a lethal arc flash, vaporizing the surrounding copper. Beyond physical destruction, invisible threats exist. High-frequency noise generated by variable frequency drives can bleed into adjacent wires, corrupting the low-voltage data signals running to the programmable logic controller. Even if the wiring is flawless, trapping heat-generating components in a sealed metal box pushes internal temperatures past operational limits, causing hardware to melt. Engineers need a way to prove that a custom panel configuration will survive these exact threats, and they need to do this without building and physically destroying a costly prototype for every unique project. The solution is the IEC 61439 standard. It provides a definitive set of mathematical and structural rules for design verification. By applying this standard, we resolve three primary physical constraints: 1. Spatial separation, 2. Protective grounding topologies, and 3. Thermal limits. Custom control panel design requires a rigorous engineering process to translate an abstract schematic into a guaranteed, survivable physical architecture. The first constraint is translating the wiring diagram into a spatial layout inside a physical enclosure. Components are not placed randomly. Their arrangement is dictated by minimum clearance distances between live electrical parts and the specific thermal dissipation requirements of each individual device. The outer enclosure itself acts as the first line of defense, rated by specific ingress protection, or IP codes, against dust and water, and IK codes for resistance to mechanical impact. Inside the cabinet, the architecture must mitigate internal short circuits, ensuring that a failure in one circuit does not jump to another. This diagram illustrates how this is achieved through defined forms of separation, physical barriers installed between specific components. The most basic layout is Form 1. In this configuration, there is absolutely no internal separation between the main power bus bars and the functional units. If an arc flash or catastrophic component failure occurs in a Form 1 panel, the blast can instantly spread, consuming the entire main busbar system. Critical industrial environments require higher levels of separation to isolate fault zones and contain damage. Form 2 introduces physical barriers separating the main busbars from functional components. Form 3 goes further, separating all functional units from one another. The maximum compartmentalization is Form 4B. Busbars, units, and external conductor terminals are all placed in completely independent enclosed spaces. Spatial compartmentalization physically stops cascading failures. If a single component blows, the barrier system ensures the rest of the factory floor keeps running. While barriers control explosions, the electrical safety of the system relies on the grounding network. If a live conductor touches a poorly grounded metal enclosure, the cabinet floats at a lethal voltage. Anyone who touches the door completes the circuit. A proper ground system provides a nearly zero impedance path to Earth, ensuring overcurrent devices trip instantly during a fault. It also acts as a drain for high-frequency electrical noise. Bonding requires specific hardware: listed compression lugs, bare copper grounding bars, and machine screws with star washers that bite into bare metal. A common mistake is routing ground wires in consecutive series jumpers, a practice known as daisy chaining. In a daisy chain setup, a single loose connection or failed node severs the protective ground for every single device downstream, quietly neutralizing the safety system. Industrial panels require a deterministic approach known as the star grounding topology. Each critical component, the PLC, the VFDs, the power supplies, and even the enclosure doors, receives a dedicated, independent home-run connection back to a single central grounding bar. This independent routing prevents voltage differentials between devices, eliminating ground loops. It provides a direct path to drain VFD-generated noise before it interferes with sensitive 24-volt control signals. An industrial ground is an actively engineered topography, essential for system stability and human survival. The final constraint is invisible: thermodynamics and heat dissipation. The IEC 61439 regulatory standard mandates that every custom panel must have its thermal limits verified before it can be certified for operation. For low-voltage assemblies under 630 amps without horizontal partitions, engineers can verify thermal stability purely through calculation, bypassing the need for physical lab testing. The thermal balance equation compares dissipatable power loss against the sum of installed power losses. Dissipatable loss is the heat the physical enclosure naturally sheds. Installed loss is the total heat generated by all internal components operating simultaneously. Assuming every component will run at 100% capacity continuously results in massively oversized and expensive enclosures. To find the realistic operating heat, engineers apply the rated diversity factor, or RDF. This represents the actual percentage of the rated current drawn by grouped circuits simultaneously. By applying an assumed load factor, typically around 0.8 based on the number of circuits, we determine a much lower, realistic operating current. Because thermal power loss increases exponentially with the square of the current, applying the rated diversity factor significantly reduces the final installed power loss calculation. The standard enforces a strict pass-fail rule. The difference between dissipatable heat and installed heat must result in a positive number. If the result is negative, it fails. Engineers must specify larger enclosures, install active ventilation fans, or lower the rated diversity factor. This mathematical proof guarantees thermal equilibrium, allowing engineers to legally certify complex custom panels straight from the schematic. By solving for these parameters, the abstract schematic safely transitions into physical reality. Physical containment is verified through structured compartmentalization, culminating in Form 4B separation. Electrical and signal stability are locked in by a deterministic star grounding topology. Thermodynamic survivability is proven through IEC 61439 power loss calculations. Ultimately, industrial control design transforms functional logic into a rigorous physical architecture that mathematically guarantees a safe failure.